Welcome to Golden Mastermind Seminars Radio with your host, Jeffrey Combs.
Good afternoon, Jeffrey Combs, President and Founder, Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. Good to have you here with me on Tuesday, Facebook Live. President and Founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. I guarantee myself I have said that in the thousands of times in a 28-year career. Golden Mastermind Seminars. Originally, that came from the origin, since you must want to know, came from this right here. The golden rule, golden ruler. Mastermind. Mastermind means one or more of like mind coming together for a common cause, purpose, and reason. So Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated, a California S corporation founded in 1998, September specifically. So producing results in a relaxed body is what I've been doing for 28 plus years. So if you are joining me here live today, thank you very much for being here with you as I'm dialing in. And if you're on replay, I am grateful and honored in the land of shadow banning. So for those of you who have been on social media since as long as I have, going back to 2008, 9, 10, that was the wild west of social media. What we see now is shadow banning, paid for ads. You'll see just absolutely AI following you here and there, and it forces us to have to consistently adapt and adjust. And those of us who have been professional marketers for years are watching the degree of difficulty there is today in navigating all of these social media sites. That would be Twitter, what used to be Twitter, which is X, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, YouTube. All of the situations, we're all out in this big ocean trying to bring it down to a pond looking for our tribe. And so I'm here this afternoon to assist you to understand what it means to be in a relaxed body. So the term relaxed body is a term that I myself coined many years ago and then added it to my brand. Breathe, release, and let go in a relaxed body. The relaxed body is a reference to a body that's flexible. So a body that's rigid, that is tense, is a body that's in fight or flight. When you're in fight or flight, 3 words, fight or flight. When your body is in fight or flight, you're in a process of coming and going, which then leads to doubt. You're in an overwhelmed state, and the body that reacts to stimulus is in fight or flight. And that fight or flight becomes a paralysis, procrastination, avoidance, overwhelm, and this is what leads to payoff. And the payoff means worry about the future and regret the past. And that's what many people do. And then they're stuck in this loop of fight or flight. And the fight or flight leads to being late, being overwhelmed, being behind, being unorganized, undisciplined, rebelling against a system, a structure, and a routine. And that's what a large percent of the population does, is they live in fight or flight. A relaxed body is your ability to separate your feelings from the events that shape them so you can be in the present, in a relaxed body. Then you can focus on the solution in the present, in the now. And the more that you're able to be that person, then you're no longer the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. It allows you to neutralize anxiety, fear, and doubt. It allows you to address the emotions of anger, hate, frustration, disappointment, resentment, rage, abandonment, rejection, overwhelmed feelings, grief, apathy, and pride. It allows you to neutralize those feelings. You feel the feeling, you breathe into the feeling, which takes the body out of fight or flight. When you do this frequently enough, you do it routinely, now you're changing the signal to respond instead of signal to react. The reticular activating system will search for a familiar feeling. When you live in the truth and you're not in denial, then your reticular activating system will lead you to the truth. But when you continue to live in an overwhelmed body, you're in a fight or flight, it's going to take you to the familiar. And this is why you'll continue to procrastinate, avoid, get ready, and be in an overwhelmed state of conscious unconsciousness. And if you haven't addressed your past, then you'll just continue to live in your subconscious. And this is why so many people that never read personal development, self-improvement, don't get coaching or therapies, or don't go to 12-step meetings, don't read books. That's most of society. They just continue to react to the stimulus over and over, addicted to multiple modalities, recreating the same set of circumstances and same situation over and over to fulfill the neurochemical craving of being addicted to a set of feelings. And when you continue to hold on to these feelings, you create the familiar. And that's what happens with your reticular activating system. The breakthrough factor, which is this book right here, the breakthrough factor is you let go of denial. You become rigorously honest. You access the courage to be sober one day at a time, to address the conditioned behavior, to be able to look into the abyss and be honest with yourself about why you can't get your car in your garage, why you haven't paid your taxes, why you're behind in so many areas of your life, why you sabotage your success, why you have so much debt. You're virtually looking at your character defects by surrendering your will, your ego that you hold on to that keeps you silent suffering in an overwhelmed body. And when you begin to step into that power, the body begins to relax. And a relaxed body is no longer in performance anxiety. When you're in performance anxiety, once again, you're projecting your failure in the future instead of being right here in the present. And when you're projecting how difficult, how hard, and then your communication style will be filled with guess, kinda, but, and you'll neutralize your ability to break through. I mean, you'll just continue to recreate the same situation and fulfill the same set of feelings. The society that holds on to trauma, sexual, physical, emotional, and generational, that's most of the planet, that continues to hold on to trauma unconsciously or consciously, feels like a victim or feels in denial, and then that trauma bond that is created creates the sabotage, the avoidance, the procrastination, and the story that I'm not good enough. And this is what so many people do, is avoid. This is why they have challenges writing content, pressing the send button, doing a video, multitude of situations that will take them out of their failure zone. Your comfort zone is your failure zone, and as long as you live in that uncomfortable failure zone, you'll continue to be and stay disappointed in a rigid body. The rigid body means you're in fight or flight. And so the skill of breathing is a wonderful gift you give yourself. And very few people breathe. They live in a shallow breath syndrome their entire day. They're in this overwhelmed breath, holding on, not even taking a breath the whole day. When you begin to practice the 4-7-8 method, 4 seconds up, hold it for 7, release it for a long 8 count, you're letting go. Followed by the word release, you're changing the physiology of the body, the connection between the brain and the gut. And instead of being in this rigid body, you're flexible. Now you can create the flow. And that space in the universe you're creating is called the vacuum law of prosperity. And as you begin to open that up, you begin to subject yourself to the universe. You subject yourself to the quantum field. You're subjecting yourself, you're taking the boat and you're getting it off the bank, and you're out in the middle of the lake, and you're out there fishing rather than staying on the bank, worrying about catching the big one, not sure if you could pull it in. And which is just a story. And when you begin to let go and address your character defects, you are absolutely letting go of the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. This is liberating. This is life-changing. This will bring you to higher levels of consciousness. This will bring you into a place where you can produce results in a relaxed body. This will bring you to where you can change who and what you attract, because you're no longer the mind-body connection to the events that shape the feelings. My name is Jeffery Combs. I am the president and founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated. If you are watching this on replay, thank you very much. If you're here with me live today, I offer free 20-minute coaching calls if you've ever considered coaching, or if you are a former client, I have a unique marketing proposition for you on a Breathe, Release, and Let Go Tuesday. Have a great afternoon, everyone.